Hello, loves. It's Catherine here from Selfunity with your weekly collective messages for the week of July 4th through July 10th, 2022. I'm so grateful and so excited to be here with you today. Thank you all for tuning in and joining me to receive these beautiful divine messages of insight for this upcoming week. All right, love. So before we get into today's messages of guidance, I do want to give you all some tips for when you're listening to this reading. So if you feel called to this reading at a different time than the week of July 4th through July 10th, that is okay. Okay. Time is an illusion. It is irrelevant. We are just tapping into the energies that this specific week is going to be bringing up for us. So if you are called to watch this at a different time, that is okay. There may be a message of insight in it for you at the time that you feel drawn to watch this message, okay? And then second off, if this is a collective reading, this is a general reading, so there are many different people watching this reading, tuning into it. So if something doesn't resonate with you, just let it go, move along to the next thing that does resonate with you. And the last message that I'm going to leave you all with, is if when you're listening to these messages of insight, to this guidance, if you receive an intuitive thought or an intuitive feeling that these messages could be applied to something specific going on in your individual life, that is your intuition speaking to you, saying, yes, this is what this is about. You can trust this. All right. So always make sure that you're tuning into your intuition and trusting it above all else. All right, love, let's go ahead and get into today's messages. So for today's reading, I am using the Ostara Tarot, and then I do have my oracle decks beside me as always, and I'll let you know the names of those as I pull cards from them. So while I'm shuffling the deck, if you have any questions for your spirit guides, for God, the universe, your angels, take a moment to ask those questions now and trust that you will receive the answers in the divine's perfect timing, okay? All right, let's give it one more shuffle. And then we'll start pulling cards. All right, wow, we already have a jumper. 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords with the raccoon holding all his swords so close to him. All right, let's get a couple more cards and then we'll get into the messages. Wow, we also have 9 of Pentacles. All right, let's get one more. Okay, we have the Hierophant. Major Arcana coming through, and I'm actually going to take this other card here too. So we have the King of Wands. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these messages, and then if we need to pull more cards from the tarot, we will. All right, so what's coming through, Spirit? Okay, loves. So right now, what I'm feeling is I'm feeling that you're in this period of slowness. Okay, this week is going to invite you to take a pause, to catch your breath. Okay, it's going to invite you to really, tune into yourself, tune into your intuition, and to reflect on, where you're at, where you've been, where you're going. Okay, but what I'm seeing right now is that there is a little bit of resistance from you in embracing this pause and embracing this slowness and embracing this stillness. Okay, it's almost like you are so used to like go, 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 go. You're so used to, racing through life. It's almost like the energy of that rat race, like you're wanting to be in the rat race. But I'm seeing that there was this very specific situation that kind of knocked you down, like it knocked you down on your ass, pushed you back, and you're trying to like fight against that energy. All right, so for some of you, you may have been sick recently, or maybe you are going to be a little bit under the weather this week. For some of you, I'm seeing that something may have been taken away from you and you weren't expecting it to have been taken away from you, and you're trying to like fight back. You're trying to get it back. You're trying to get back to where you were. And Spirit's saying, they're saying like, no, stop fighting this energy. You are exactly where you're meant to be for a divine reason. Okay. But Spirit's saying that you're not going to be able to see this reasoning or to you're not going to be able to receive the understanding as to why you're in this period of slowness, of stillness, until you accept that you're in this moment of pause, until you embrace that you're in this moment of pause. Okay. I'm also seeing for some of you, you are keeping things a little bit too close to yourself. Okay, it's like the situation happened where, you know, something was taken away from you, or, you know, maybe you're feeling under the weather, you're not feeling well, and it's like you're wanting to just get through it all on your own. You're not wanting to tell anybody what happened. You're not wanting to ask for help with, you know, something specific. Like if you're sick, you're just like, you're like, fine, I'll deal with what I have. I won't go out and get things that I need. I won't ask anybody for help. But Spirit's saying, you know, ask for help. It's okay to ask for help sometimes. And right now, if you need help, you need to raise your voice up, and you need to reach out to those loved ones that, you know, are available to help you. I'm seeing like people are offering their assistance to you, and you're just kind of shutting them down. You're just like, no, I've got this. I can do this on my own. And so there's like this lesson of, you know, it's good to be independent, but part of being independent is also knowing when to be a little bit codependent and needing to ask for help. Okay. And so you may be in the space of needing to ask for help, and that's okay. Okay. We also have the Hierophant. The Hierophant knows when to ask for help. Yes, the Hierophant has all the wisdom, all the knowledge, all the resources, but even from time to time, the Hierophant can't know everything. And sometimes the Hierophant also has to ask for help. And so in this situation, I'm seeing that some of you are needing to ask for help. All right. I'm also seeing that some of you may be, there's like this reverse energy coming through also, where some of you are kind of in this Nine of Pentacles energy of just kind of sitting back, waiting for things to start picking up again. You're like, I've got time. You know, things are going to come to me when they come to me. But we have this King of Wands energy that's saying, you know, there are certain things that you can do. There are certain steps that you can take to help those things that you're trying to receive come forth to you. Okay. So, you know, if you receive intuitive insight or intuitive callings, or, you know, you get a thought to do something, to go somewhere, to talk to somebody, you have to follow those intuitive nudges. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in the same place that you've always been in. Okay. So there's like this, it's like this push and pull energy a little bit. It's like you're in this period of slowness, you're in this period of stillness, and I'm seeing that, you know, you're trying to fight your way back to where you once were, but Spirit's saying, no, you're not going back there. You're moving forward. But first, you have to accept that you're in this period of stillness. And then once you come into that acceptance that you're in this pause space, you're in this period of reflection, receiving insight, receiving understanding as to why you're in this moment of pause. Once you accept that, once you come into that understanding, then you're going to receive intuitive guidance on, you know, to go here, to go there, to do this, to try that, to call this person, to call that person. And you have to follow those intuitive nudges, okay? Otherwise, you're going to be in that push and pull energy, trying to go back, trying to fight back to where you once were, okay? I'm seeing here for some of you, you may be thinking of, you know, going back to school. You know, I know that we're on summer break right now. A lot of students are on summer break right now. So if you're on summer break, maybe you're going to be starting to register for new classes, or starting to plan out your schedule for when school does start again in the fall. So you may be kind of preparing for that. That could also be why you're in this period of slowness. You know, maybe you're so used to being in school, taking classes, being busy, and now you're on summer break and you're just wondering, like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. I'm so used to being so busy. And Spirit's saying, you know, it's okay to embrace this moment of pause, embrace this moment of stillness, because you're not always granted this moment of pause, this moment of stillness, to really just be with yourself, to reflect on where you've been, to reflect on where you're at, and to just enjoy being with yourself in your own presence, with this time and ability and potential to, you know, just be with yourself, and to possibly learn new things, explore new things, try new things that you've always wanted to try. Okay. So there is that message coming into that, you know, you may be fighting back against this energy of pause, against this energy of stillness. You're trying to go back to where you once were. But again, Spirit's saying, you know, you're not going back, you're going forward. And Spirit's saying, like, when you were in whatever it was that you were once in that you're trying to get back to, Spirit's saying that there are things that you used to think about, that you wanted to do, that you wanted to try, but maybe you were met with like these feelings of frustration, or like this feeling of longing for something because you didn't have the time, or you didn't have the resources to, you know, try these things that you'd always wanted to try, or to, you know, go to these places that you'd always wanted to go to, or to spend more time with the people that you want to spend time with. And now you're being granted this time to try those new things, to go to those new places, to spend time with those people that you love and want to spend more time with. Okay, so there is a blessing in disguise in this moment of pause. All right. And I know if you're in America, this is the like Independence Day is coming up, okay, this week on the 4th, the start of this energy. Okay, and so you are being granted, you know, maybe a little bit of a longer weekend. Maybe some of you have taken some time off this week to be with your family and to, you know, take a vacation somewhere. And Spirit's just saying, you know, embrace that time. Don't worry about all the things that you have to do back at home or back at work. You know, that will all be there when you get back to it. For now, just enjoy where you're at. Enjoy this moment of stillness. Enjoy this moment of pause and celebration and reflection. All right, let's get some more cards here. So I'm going to pull a couple cards from this deck here. This is actually my newest deck. It's from the, what is this called? Nature's Whispers? No, Whispers of Healing. Okay. This is Whispers of Healing. So let's see if we can get some more messages. Oops. My Labradorite here is jumping, so some of you may be wanting to work with Labradorite. You may be feel called to Labradorite, so maybe, you know, seek out some lab. All right, we also have 14 vibration. And right away, I'm hearing that some of you may need to listen to some binaural beats, some shamanic healing music, Native American healing music. You need to listen to music that will raise your vibration. Okay, because I am seeing that some of you are feeling kind of down. You're almost like at a loss. You're just like, things are so slow. Nothing's moving. Nothing's picking up. What do I do? And it's like you're just feeling really down because things aren't moving along like they once were. And, you know, just because things aren't moving, and you're not busy, doesn't mean that you have to feel down about this time. This is a blessing in disguise. You are being gifted time. Okay, that is a beautiful gift, to be given time to just kind of, you know, be with yourself, to explore your intuition, to you know, heal from whatever it is that may need more healing, more attention in your life. We also have number 11, intention. All right, so you may be seeing that angel number 11. All right, let's see what else is coming through here. Okay, so Spirit's saying that you've been gifted this moment of pause, this moment of stillness, because it's almost like you haven't been very intentional with your time or with your energy. Okay, it's almost like, you know, say I'm seeing for some of you, like maybe you recently lost a job, or you separated from a close friendship or from a romantic relationship. Maybe you've had to set very clear boundaries with a family member that wasn't respecting you and your energy. And so, you know, or maybe you were on the receiving end of that, where, you know, maybe you got fired, or maybe somebody had to cut ties with you. Okay, and Spirit's saying that this situation, you've been put in this situation and this moment of pause, this moment of stillness, one, to reflect on, you know, where things may have quote unquote gone like wrong. It's not that they went wrong, you know, this is a lesson in disguise. This is a blessing in disguise. But it happened because you weren't being very intentional with your time, with your energy. And it's almost like there was this disconnect from your heart space, from your intuitive space. Like you weren't listening to your intuition, you weren't honoring your intuition, you weren't honoring yourself. And so now you're being called back into these spaces of slowness so you can really reflect on, you know, where do you want to be spending your time? Where do you want to be giving your energy to? Or what do you want to be giving your energy to? And so there is this need to kind of go back into yourself, into that Hierophant energy, and ask yourself, you know, what is important to me and what is going to fulfill me in the long run, okay? And really reflect on, you know, where you want to go. So it's almost like you need to reflect on that question of where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Is what you're doing now in alignment with where you want to see yourself in 5 years? Is what you're doing now in alignment with where you want to be in 10 years? Okay, so those are just some things that you can, you know, reflect on throughout this week. You know, if you need to and you feel called, get out a pen and paper, journal about it, write about it, and then just make a list of, you know, what can you do now to help align yourself with the energy, or to help align yourself to raise your vibration to be in alignment with those dreams or those goals that you have for yourself in the long run, in the future. All right, and then start taking those baby steps. Again, once you come into acceptance that this is where you're at and you embrace this moment of stillness, you're going to be gifted intuitive insight on what steps to take next, as long as you are being intentional about, you know, what you want to be working towards, what you want to be moving towards. All right, let's get a couple last cards here. So I'm actually going to pull 1 or 2 cards from this deck here. This is from Moonology Oracle card. So let's see what comes through. All right, we'll take that card. And let's get one more. All right, let's start saying one more. So we'll get 3 from here. All right, so let's see. This one jumped out first. So we have South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. Yes, stop letting your past hold you back. You're no longer in those spaces of the past. And I know it sucks. I know it doesn't feel great, because it does feel like you had to leave something behind, or, you know, somebody or something had to let you go. And it doesn't feel great when we have to go through those, you know, periods of change. But Spirit's saying, don't let it hold you back. You are being gifted this new opportunity, this new chance to start over and something new in your life, all right? And there is a blessing that's going to come out of this, you know, this moment of pause, this moment of change. Let's see what else comes through with these two. Yes, full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Okay, so you may have Capricorn placements, you may be a Capricorn, or, you know, this reading may be applied to like a relationship where somebody that, you know, you're connecting with may also be a Capricorn, okay? But the end of a tough cycle approaches, okay? Spirit's saying here again, this cycle has ended. It is coming to an end. And I see that it's already ended on a physical level. It's just that you haven't allowed yourself to fully integrate in the processing or the acceptance that this cycle has ended. And so there is this need to spend some time reflecting on that and reaching that understanding of accepting that this has ended. It is done with, it is over, it is time to let it go and to move on to new things, right? There are much more exciting, beautiful adventures awaiting you, all right? But it's okay, like Spirit's saying, it's okay to be in this energy of pause. It's okay to be in this energy of feeling down, of reflecting on why things ended, why things are changing. It's okay to be in that energy. So if you need to, you know, embrace that, sit with it as long as you need to, but know that this has ended. And you have to come into the acceptance that this has ended and that you're not going back. All right, you're not going back. And I'm seeing for some of you, like, this is something that you asked for, because again, I don't know if I said, but like when you were in those spaces of the past, whatever it was that ended, there were certain things about it that you hated, that made you cringe, but it's like you just pushed through it because you had to. But now Spirit has taken that away from you. because not everything about that experience was in alignment with what you wanted to be experiencing, and now you're being gifted this chance to find something that's even better, that doesn't give you those moments of feeling frustration or feeling those like moments of cringe, like, oh, I just wish I could go do this instead of this, but because I'm committed to this, I have to stick with it. Okay, so there is something much more beautiful, much more exciting, that will be more in alignment with what you want to be experiencing and feeling on a day-to-day basis. Okay, and then the last card we have for Moonology here is Waxing Crescent Moon. Have faith in your dreams. And I love that this card came out because we are actually in the waxing crescent phase this week. Okay, so things are starting to build. All right, even though this thing has ended, there is a potential and possibility for something new to come in. And it's like there are levels to this. Okay, it's going to be stacking. So first you have to do that acceptance like we talked about, then you're going to receive these intuitive nudges to go here, to go there, to do this, to do that. Okay, so it's like taking steps. You're going to be building up on this new thing, on this new adventure. And even if you can't clearly yet see the whole picture, it will all come together eventually. And Spirit's saying, like, right now you don't have to see the whole picture. You just have to see this present moment for what it is, for where you are, for who you are, and dream big, because this is have faith in your dreams. So set those intentions for what you want to be experiencing in the long run, your long-term dreams, your long-term goals. Set those intentions and then have faith that they will come true. And by listening to binaural beats, or participating in activities that raise your vibration, will help you to achieve these dreams, or will help you to receive the guidance that's going to put you in alignment to receiving those dreams. Okay, loves? All right, loves, I think that's it for your messages today. I thank you so much for tuning in to this reading. If you enjoyed this reading, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Self-Unity's YouTube channel so you don't miss out on future energy updates. I hope you all have a beautiful week. I'm sending you so much love and healing energy. Bye, loves.